Hello. This might be my first time where I have a guest star. Patch. Patch. Hey. Yeah. He's been a fun homeboy. Yeah. Oh, a text just came through. Okay, well, maybe he's not going to settle down for this. I'm on a four-wheeler. I got my camera set up in front here, and he does like to ride on the back of it when we go out and go do our chores around here. And yeah, he's pretty comfortable back there. So yeah, he's comfortable. He's comfortable. Does that mean anything? Oh man, I don't know. I'm still on the property. I'm in a different venue. You've got this wind row here, so we get pretty good wind in this area. And to protect the trees, there are occasionally these taller trees. So we've got a bunch of pines here, and then they've started some vineyards over there. Some blocks, some small. Do you just call it a vineyard? I feel like the whole thing is a vineyard, right? But then, I don't know, some rows. He's got some rows. All right. Hello, I am Trip. This is Real Nature Trip, but we do tarot here. I mean, even though it says Real Nature Trip, I just think we're keeping it real. We're keeping it natural, and life is a trip. See, I got cards. Oh, five of change on the bottom, five of cups. Some change. We got a change of venue. We got a change of faces. I was just talking to someone about collaborating someday, and look at it's already happening. I'm practicing. I'm practicing. Okay, I hope you're doing well. I love you so much. I accept you. My heart loves your heart, no matter what. What? Right, right, Patch. I love you too. Do you love me? Say it. He doesn't say it. He hasn't said it yet. That's what I'm going to say. He hasn't said it yet. All right. It's funny because there's been a couple of things that have come to my attention before this, and then suddenly I'm a blank. Just a total blank. I'm playing up the farmer thing. I didn't take this off. The sleeves are still a little bit damp. But yeah. Let's get into some cards. We're going by the book. We're going energies. We're going past, present, future energy, and then we'll see where it takes us. Oh, Spirit says, hey, don't forget me. I'm involved, and I want you to shuffle and cut and ask politely. Politely, Spirit, may we? Yes, you may. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay. Oh, deep breath. Do you feel good? Do you feel like accepting who you are, where you're at? You can change it and you can do whatever, but just accepting your circumstances and accepting if it's painful and, whatever, good, whatever. I don't know. It just felt like asking. Okay, let's get started. Enough of this tomfoolery. Past energy. Wow. Two of cups. I don't want to put it in front of the dog's face. You can put it in front of my face. Then you get these lovers and a cute doggy. Two of cups energy, huh? I mean, obviously it's feeling like talking about a relationship. Is this relationship all the way in the past? Is it all the way in the past? That's the thing. And I'm feeling like no. Otherwise, why would we be bringing it up? A little more elegant than my gallon jug yesterday. This is what I keep on the forklift. So when I'm out there, getting thirsty and stuff. Okay. So it's funny because I said I drew a blank just before, which I don't mind anymore. Like when I was, it was 4:20 on the clock when I said that. When I first started doing it, and if a blank came to me, I kind of like, oh my gosh, and I just started like just saying any words that came out about what I'm seeing, and because I was worried that I was failing you if I didn't, like at the beginning, I felt like I needed to come in with a purpose, with a rush, and now it's like no. Oh my gosh, if the camera is shaking, it's the panting going on. He's a power panter. Patch! Stop shaking. See, there we go. All right, this one's going to be the shaky one. So something shaky about the past, or it was panting, a lot of panting. Maybe it was a very sexy relationship. I don't know. I mean, he's wearing a shorter skirt than her. So there was something kinky going on. Definitely kinky. All right. And they're being watched over. Oh, that's real kinky. I'm not going to dive into this. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see what the other cards bring to us. Is that cool? We good? All right. I love you. Okay. Current energy. Oh my gosh, that's a wild card, and I did not pre. Excuse me. Oh man, wild card. All right. Spirit says keep it. Present energy is kind of a wild card. let's just say it there. Usually, I leave these in lately, and I kind of pre give them a purpose. Like sometimes the lady with the beast looking right into the beast's mouth. Sometimes I call that courage, or sometimes I call it balance. Just whatever. One time I called it a movie, and I called this a book. But you know what? I just said it was a wild card. And maybe this is how you look at that past relationship, like that other person was a wild card. Oh man, it's starting to piece together, y'all. I don't know. I'm in the shade so my camera can handle it and I can handle it, but then the light, ooh, that looks crazy, man. That's crazy, man. If I up my hat a little, off my glasses, maybe you can see me. All right, and then I'm gonna dip my head down so you can't see my face anyway. It's all hat. All right, so there's something. I just want to say raw and wild about this past relationship, and that doesn't mean that. Let's not. We don't have to get with the sexy stuff. But what I'm saying is, it was raw and wild, and maybe when you look back on it, you're like, oh man, I don't want to say regretful, like you missed an opportunity, but I think I think you might have passed on something. You just weren't ready for it. Like it was a little much. And it could have been the other way around. Maybe you're the wild card. Maybe someone passed on you. Maybe you were a little bit. Look. If you're gonna pant, at least be where people can see you. Hey, there they go. There. See, isn't he handsome? That's a handsome dog. That is a handsome doggy. Okay. And what a name, Patch, because he's got those patches of color. You are handsome. Okay. So, yeah, it just started coming to me that maybe somebody wasn't ready for you. like, especially what you're going through and what you're doing. We'll find out. We'll find out. So, future energy, it's a little more measured. It's a little more measured. Six of Pentacles. This, so it just feels like discernment all the way, right? Like you might have made, if you weren't ready for this person, it might have been a fearful decision. Like, I can't go down that road, or they're in a place where, woo, and maybe you didn't trust yourself to stay grounded, and whatever, or make good decisions, or who knows what. Like, oh man, when I say wild card, I picture someone attractive and just like a little wild-eyed, like oh, they're always up for anything. At least it seems. My hands are on the handlebars. Okay. Or maybe, yeah, or the other way around. Like, they might have been in a phase, or you might have been in a phase in life where it just wasn't the norm. It wasn't regular, and it was a little bit hard to deal with. I don't want to say off-putting, but it was like hard for one to see how it fits with the other. I think this will be cleared up too. Like who's being a wild card. All right. Let's go with desire. Let's see what the desire is. Knight of Pentacles. So it feels like a project, like you've definitely got some sort of project, earthly, like, right? It's earthly, and knights are moving, they're masculine, and it just feels like the desire is to focus on this. If you're not already doing it, then the desire is to get into it. And I feel like you already know. Like, this isn't a surprise. This is not a surprise. Ooh. The light, even though I'm in the shadows and you get a little light, it's a little orangey because of this. Just a hint of smoke right now. We got a hint of smoke. Yeah. Oh, and look at this sky. This bright yellow sky. Some sort of endeavor, project. I feel like it's new-ish, right? Maybe it's been on your mind for 1,000 years, but like the steps, the wheels turning, that's all recent. The visualizing that it can. Oh, why am I stuttering now? There's something to the stutter, like false starts. You know, I feel like you might have had a few false starts, or kind of gone into some cul-de-sacs as far as like this. If down this road, and you're like, oh, no, that didn't go how I thought. This was a dead end. That's the stutter part. I don't know. The challenge to this desire? The Empress. What? I don't get that. How can the Empress be a challenge of any sort? Let us read. The Empress. The Empress. Man, it's a 3. That's so early in these. Okay, ready? The mother archetype. Archetype or archetype? Well, how do you like archetype? Archetype. The mother archetype, an appearance of unbound creativity and nurturing sensual love. What the? The appearance of unbound creativity and nurturing plentiful activity, originality, fertility, reinvention. When I say this appearance of unbound creativity, it maybe that feels like it's so unbound. Maybe it's not like zeroed in and focused. That like the world is so open to you, or maybe it's never been this open and you don't know where to start. That's a feeling I'm getting. But the other feeling is the reinvention feeling, like that last word, this reinvention. And maybe you're in the middle of reinventing. Maybe this is, you're just somewhere. Like it just feels new. Like that's where we're going. That's where spirit's going. This feels new. Like these opportunities feel new, or you don't even know if they're opportunities yet, right? You don't know yeah. It's just so wide open. But you know what? Look at the sky, yellow. That's the challenge. Maybe it's just so wide open. It's like those kids, like, if, some parents don't have any boundaries, they're trying to be, I don't know what, but there's just, and the kids have to find their own boundaries, and they're not good at it, and they act pretty insane, and then, whew, yeah. And so maybe it's like you're unbound. For the first time, you're unbound by something. Something has released you, and you've released yourself from something, whatever. I mean, those are drastically different, but the end result after you deal with it is going to be the same, that you're free, you're unbound. And maybe that is a little bit daunting. Patch, where are you going? He's like, this read's not for me. It started with lovers. He's like, all I've got is the other dogs. All right, the solution? The Fool, bright skies again. Look at, do you think I'm Canadian? Again! I'm not Canadian. I'm close. We're in Washington State. Yeah, the fool baby is not worried, is not caring, is not knowing. They're unbound, but they didn't know boundaries, right? they're acting as if they were never bound, never had boundaries, never had rules, you know? And you're okay. You're okay to do it. It's saying you're okay to just let it go and do it. The thing about this character here is this one is carrying a light load, like just that little sack to the stick. Did you ever try that as a kid? I mean, I was a kid in the 70s, and that was an attractive option at some point. Oh my gosh, and they've got a little white dog, and I've got a big white dog back here. You call me a fool? What's up, fool? What's up, fool? Fool? Waffle? That's not my joke. Waffle. Yeah. I, Spirit's saying, just let it go. Just let it go and let it flow, and then, you will grow. And then you will show that I don't know. All right. Let's get into the earner personal stuff. The you alone, them alone, and then the two of you together. You alone, Queen of Wands. Man, lots of yellow. That yellow is just pouring right through. Now you're drenched in the yellow. You're drenched in the bright sky. You know what? You've got your shadow sidekick there. You're not afraid. You're not afraid of the shadow. Excuse me. But you've risen. You've risen to this spot. Queen of Wands too. So balanced. You got the feminine queen energy. You got the masculine wand energy. Someone's going to tell me, dude, the wands are feminine. You messed that up this whole time. Oh, I don't know. No, it feels masculine to me. Okay. You got the shadow, but you also got this sunflower. Oh, you're holding on to the sunflower. I've never noticed that. Like this foot in nature. Like an inner world and an outer world, right? Like this, there's so much balance being shown here that I've never seen. So the wand is kind of that inner world, the fire, the whatever that's representing that. And then the sunflower to me is representing the outer world, what's produced out here. And I'm out in. Yeah. If I wanted, I could probably go get a grape and show you grapes. They're starting to get color. So that's you. I like where you're at. I like how it's going. It may not feel good all the time, and you may waffle in between things and do whatever. You're human. You're here to be human. You're here to do humanness. And but man, you have risen to a level. And if you're with this channel, if you've been with this channel, if you've watched any of these, you know the purpose I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the spiritual stuff, the heart, the end. I don't talk about office politics too much, I don't talk about manifesting $1 million. I talk about manifesting your full self, your full heart, and that's what you've been working on. That's where you're getting. You're treating yourself as royalty more and more too. Like, not in a I'm above anybody, but just this is what we are meant for. We are not meant to be pushed down, pulled around, and by ourselves or by others. And yeah, you're figuring that out. I love this for you. I do. I really do. Okay, this other person, they're tinkering. This doesn't seem like a wild card, right? Man, this seems like a rock solid individual, and they're working on their thing. I don't know where they are in their life right now. They're definitely working on something. It could be their profession. It could be a career. Profession, career. It could be themselves. And maybe each of these 8 pentacles represents a different facet of what they're working on, or maybe it just shows that they're deep into this journey. They're committed to something. I'd love to see it be committed to finding themselves. Hey, you can find yourself through anything, like through work, leaving, Oh, oh. Through uh, a situation with others. I don't want to say another person can bring it about, but like they kind of can, not intentionally, just in your dealings with them. But yeah, someone it's like their heads down, they're going to work. This makes me think that you're the wild card in that past situation. That maybe if this is the same person, uh, they might have they might have been just like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at, and this is where you're heading, and I just doesn't make sense to them. Like maybe let's see, but this next card, the two of you together, that was not an invitation for you to jump up here. You want to see? Want to see what it is? Tell them what it is. Four swords. It's four swords. I just got sniffed by a dog. It's the four swords. That's the two of you together. The four swords. It's so weird because I think of the four of swords as a very alone time, you know, and and contemplating this issue, like, hey, putting these others to rest and just calmly focusing on this one thing. Maybe there is one issue. There's a singular issue that can bridge this gap, because these people at the beginning, they're not enemies. They're let's say lovers. Let's go ahead and say lovers, because to me the word love is all encompassing, you know, like I love this person here, and I love this tree, and I love that grape and that fly, and you. Not to compare you to a fly or a tree or anything, um but what yeah, there's a singular issue. Man, maybe because it's swords, and swords are thoughts, and thoughts like ideas, and maybe something was spoken, a thought or an idea was spoken that was just not handled well, you know? You know? Man, where's the funny stuff in this? I do this to be funny, not to be serious. Well, to tackle serious things, but in a funny way. Yeah, it's like the message is this one issue, one of you at least is like thinking about it and calmly thinking about it, not upset, not like that, whatever upsetness that's died off, if there was, but yeah, there's a reconsideration going on. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You know, if out of you or them, it shows growth. It shows growth, that reconsideration. All right. The situation. Page of Wands. See, and I feel like this is definitely related to you. Queen of Wands, Page of Wands. If the Queen of Wands and the Fool got jiggy with it, let's put them privately over here. Oh, no. They would have this baby. This is the exact baby of the Queen of Wands and the Fool, right? Hello, Mom. Hello, Dad. Dad, where are you going? Come back. So no, sorry to bring up any terrible memories of, the father unit going out for cigarettes, never coming back. Okay, Page of Wands. This is the situation. We're gonna read it. I feel like I always read you something, like a little bedtime story. What page are we on? We're on the Page of Wands. So this is under the heading of situation. A daring soul, lover of adventure, and the intrepid traveler. Gathering of intelligence, focused passion. You keep thinking about that part, huh? Don't you? Adventurous soul, faithful lover. Oh man. I'm going to let you interpret that one. That's the situation. The do, 7 of Cups. Make good choices. I really think that is. I I think it's saying make your highest best choice at every turn. Make your highest best choice at every turn on this adventure. And don't seek comfort. There's this moving to calmer waters, but when it says don't do it, it's like saying, hey, you desired this Knight of Pentacles to get moving. And if you stay in that comfort, oh my gosh, Mr. Eight of Pentacles, you're in that you're staying in your comfort zone. And this Spirit's telling maybe both of you, like, you know what? Don't just go for the calm. Don't go for the what is that? What am I trying to say? It's not people pleasing, but it's designing your life to avoid trouble or to avoid turbulence. Yeah, it's kind of avoidant. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't avoid life. Like, just jump in. You want to get moving, you got to jump in. You got to jump in. And these guys are carrying a bunch of swords. And if you go back to our 4 of Swords, he's put them away. He's focused on the 1. So maybe if, for clarity, you just focus one issue at a time. Solve the issue. Solve the issue. And it doesn't feel like feelings are going to get hurt. It doesn't feel like the feelings, if the feelings were hurt, they were already hurt. We're past that. You guys are past that. And now it's about some mending. And it doesn't matter now who the wild card is, who the person that's just like working through things and can't really expand yet. Either way, I think it's up to you to make the first move. Like, I feel a little pride. I feel a little pride in there. Like, man, but if I make the first move, then I gave in, type of thing. Oh, we're past that. We're past that. You're past that, baby. You're much better than that now. That pride is over what? Over what? Who are you worried that you're going to look like, or what? Oh my gosh. Confirmation stuck burp. Something stuck. Something stuck about this, right? Yeah. You're carrying some emotion with it it's not hurt anymore, but maybe it's protecting you from the hurt. Excuse me. Ooh, where are we? Oh man, we're already at 28 minutes? How? We just started. Did I even tell you anything? Oh man. Well, it looks like there's something that you've got to do. And it feels like you already know. Can you accept it? Can you accept that level? I know you can. All right. We're over the 29-minute mark. I'm trying to keep these at 20 minutes, by the way. All right. I love you. Oh, by the way, that's not snow underneath those grapes. I don't know if I can do the thing again. Yeah, there we go. Duck down so you can see the ground. And there's the valves that turn on the water and everything and filter some of it. Okay. I love you. Goodbye. Talk to you soon, I hope.